Well, hello again, family, and welcome back to a very festive episode of the Ricecast. Are you feeling festive today, Pastor?
Well, we're getting in the spirit. Yes, we are. I love this time of year. It's a great time just in church, ministry, family. So, it's exciting to think about what all this means. And yes, so the short answer is yes, I'm in a festive mood.
It's a festive time here. You guys, listeners at home can't see, but you got a great sweater vest on right now.
Thank you.
'Tis the season to break the sweater vests out of the closet. We lost our little cold snap, I'll say. It was feeling very wintry there a couple weeks ago here in Clearwater, Florida. But it's gone now, and we're back to our normal. Our normal winter.
Our normal paradise, which is the weather is actually fantastic.
Perfect.
Believe me,
Absolutely.
People in Connecticut wish they were here.
Yeah, right.
I think they do. Maybe they're happy with it.
But I don't know if this is the case in your house. Rach has like 24 sweaters. And I just am like, boy, Rach, you got like a week you get to wear this stuff.
You have to that's why you have to pull it out.
You got to wear 2 a day.
You don't know that you'll get shot.
You got to wear 2 a day to make sure you get through all your sweaters.
And we've been we took some trips in the fall, and there's some great fashion, for people.
That's right.
Coats and sweaters and boots and scarves.
Yeah.
And you see this stuff, and you go, I need that.
It looks good.
It looks fantastic.
Yeah.
And then you go home and look at your closet, and I haven't worn that one in 3 years. It's like, okay, that was, or you take a trip and you get to wear it a day. And then
Right.
Like, I have a fantastic coat, I think. It's a dress coat that I love to wear, on Sundays or something.
Yeah.
It's a very, a formal event.
Right.
There are years I never get to wear it.
It's never going to see the light.
Sometimes I've worn it into the office with jeans and tennis shoes or something, and people are like, nice coat. Well, this was the one day I had to wear it.
That's right.
This was the one day we had in Florida.
Yes.
I can't wait and think, well, maybe on a Sunday or a
Right.
formal event, I'll get to wear the coat.
Right. Every once in a while, I look at flights to Minnesota just so. I can wear my warm clothes.
Let's go up there and spend a week. What did you do? We just wore our clothes.
I don't even have any plans, but I got some coats.
We walked around and enjoyed it. Yeah.
And I want to use them. But it's Christmas time here. We just kicked off our Christmas sermon series we're calling Peace on Earth. Pastor, anything you want to say about that kicking off this Sunday?
Well, we really look forward to, every series is kind of you're like a child that you have. And this one I'm really excited about. We started last Sunday, Colossians 1. Mm-hmm. And we do different things at Christmas, but we're always focusing on Christmas and the message of the gospel. But sometimes you find in the epistles, the teaching about Jesus. And so we do that every 3 or 4 years. We kind of bounce around. Mm-hmm. And this year we're in Colossians 1, which is one of the great passages in all the Bible about who Jesus is and what he came to do. Mm-hmm. And so then when you put your Christmas glasses on, your red and green Christmas glasses, and you look at the passage, through Christmas eyes, it's just like, it lights up in a whole different way. So I love this passage and love every week you look forward to preaching. I was really excited last week. I'm really excited this week. The message on just is, to me, I'm not sure if I had one message to preach, you wouldn't choose this text that I'm preaching in this coming Sunday.
Wow.
Just because it's such a rich, powerful passage. So anyway, that's probably more than you wanted to hear, but I'm really excited about it. I think it's a great Christmas series, and it leads us up to these next 2 Sundays before Christmas. And then even the Sunday after Christmas, which is the next day, is Sunday, 26th. And I know that's kind of a low-attended Sunday because everybody's come on Christmas Eve and all that. But it'll still be a great day at Calvary. And I will be preaching that Sunday right after Christmas. And before I usually take a few days off between Christmas and New Year's. People, you probably get used to that. But I'll be here on the 26th preaching, and we're looking forward to that.
It's so exciting. So many things going on. This coming weekend, that was a great tease for this coming weekend, by the way. I want to commend you. But also this weekend is our Christmas Nights of Worship.
Always a highlight, and our team is just really worked hard on this. I think it's going to be a great night. I've talked to the guys yesterday, and I say guys because Brad Noblet is our lead pastor of worship is at our Clearwater campus. We have Matt Lauder leading worship at our East Lake campus. We have Bradley Morris leading worship there at our Seminole campus. They are all and they all meet together every week. They're up here working.
Right.
But we bring the talents and the gifts of all three campuses together, and we don't get to do that week in and week out.
Right.
We're three campuses. But these nights, and we only get a couple of these during the year, and this nothing like Christmas though. When we get to bring them all together.
That's right.
And everybody's singing, and the choir is back. We've had the choir back at our Clearwater campus. We kind of got through all that COVID season where that was one of the things that kind of we hit a big pause on. And we've been, we had transitions there anyway. So they're back, and all the singers and bring in some other instruments, and it's just going to be a fantastic 2 nights. You do not want to miss it, and I can't wait. Saturday and Sunday, this coming weekend, December 11 and 12, both nights. And I promise you come on the 11th, you'll probably want to come back and do the 12th again. And you want to invite some people. I've already invited some friends. Again, if you have to remember, sometimes you invite people multiple times. You don't harass them. You don't get weird about it. But
right.
Sometimes I'll even joke with friends. I'll go, hey, this is your Christmas invitation. I know you expected me.
Right,
and they'll be like, oh, yeah, we figured you'd come around.
Yeah.
But you never know. This might be the year they come. This might be the year that they come. Or maybe they come all the time, but this might be the year they come and they go, wait a second. There's something to this message. So use these opportunities. It's a great time to invite people to come and attend Calvary.
Absolutely. And since you did a great job with talking about the sermon this week, and here's what I'm going to give you for a tease for the Christmas Nights of Worship. I've heard the opening number.
I've heard you want to be there.
You want to be there on time.
This isn't one of those you float in. So we have some people. I won't call you out by name. I do know who you are. They float in 5 or 10 minutes late.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah.
Right.
Traffic was bad. They always have a reason.
Sure.
Kids lost their shoes, which may be true.
That does happen.
But you don't want to be late for this one.
You don't want to be late.
Get in here early. Get your seat. Same thing is true Christmas Eve night. You don't want to miss.
Of course.
You want to be there for the first note.
Right.
You want to be there when the lights go down, and you want to be there. This is going to be a great night.
And the other thing I'm going to tell you this, if you've not experienced, now Stan Collins on the piano, fantastic. He's one of our teammates here, unbelievable all the time. At Christmas time, Stan on the piano, I don't know that it gets a whole lot better.
Yeah, and I think there's a special feature of Stan. Which
I don't know that we can be saying all this.
Oh, I'm not
Pastor
sure.
Willie.
I'm sorry. Okay, well, we let it out of the bag. I think there's a special
There may or may not be a special moment with Stan on the piano. It's going to be really, really great. And Saturday, we want to throw this out there, Saturday, if you do come a little bit early, starting at 4 o'clock, we're doing a Christmas family fun night. It's going to be all kinds of fun things going on here at the Clearwater campus in the lobby. We're talking about a hayride. There's going to be Dickens-era carolers here, Pastor Willie. Maybe a polar bear wandering around, I just heard yesterday. It's going to be fun. It starts at 4 p.m. You just got to come here. And the idea was this. It's just something fun for our families. You come a little bit early. You stay for the night of worship. And it'll be a fun weekend. Super fun weekend here at Calvary. And we're really looking forward to it. And you can get all the information on that, all of our Christmas Eve stuff. We got Christmas blessings going on. A lot of fun stuff to share about that this weekend. All that, calvary.us. You can get all the information on all that stuff we have coming up. Pastor, I thought today we might talk a little bit, and I know this is not always your favorite thing to do here on the podcast, but I make you do it every once in a while. I want to talk a little bit about you, Pastor, your some Christmas favorites from you maybe. Give people a snippet into Christmas at the Rice House this time of year. Would you be open to this line of questions?
It sounds like I don't have much of a choice, so like... It's either that or we're going to discuss Ezekiel or something.
No, I don't have anywhere else to go.
Okay.
So I thought we'd get into this. Like I said, Christmas time, it's here, we're in it. And I'm going to start you with this one, maybe an easy one. Give me Pastor Dr. Willie Rice, favorite Christmas movie. Favorite Christmas, it's Christmas time, we passed Thanksgiving, you're turning on what movie?
Well, it's probably not one of these old, it's kind of cool to say, the Miracle, what street is the Miracle?
34th.
34th Street. I was starting to say 43rd, but I didn't. It's one of those streets. It's not like an old one like that, because honestly, we didn't grow up watching old movies in my family. But I love the Christmas Carol story by Dickens. It's been done many, many, many times. And, of course, there's the George Scott version, which is the older version, which is great. Hard to beat George C. Scott. And the guy, now I'm drawing a blank on the guy's name, though. One of my favorites was produced a couple of years ago. It might be 10 or 15 years ago. Patrick, it's the guy who was the captain of one of the Star Trek series, the guy with the ball head.
Oh, my word.
Yeah, but anyway, it'll come to me. Patrick is his first name.
Right.
But he did, there was a version with him in it, and it was where he was Scrooge. And I thought he was particularly good at the Scrooge and the way they presented the characters. And of course, all of them are good, but that one with Patrick Stewart.
Patrick Stewart. I just looked it up.
Stewart is, I think, really good. If I saw that coming on, I would. I'd stop everything and watch it.
You lock into that one.
I lock into Patrick Stewart.
And I'm going to throw in a bonus question here. Is there one with the grandkids? Is there a grandkids one that you pop on?
Nothing comes to mind because, it's not like the old days. See, here's the thing. The old days when I was a kid, you only got cartoons one day a week, first of all.
Oh, right.
And you were lucky to have that. You were thankful that someone decreed in Washington, cartoons shall be shown from Saturdays beginning at 7, ending at, I think, 11 or so. And that was a law. Apparently it was a law.
Locked in, yeah.
And you did not get cartoons any other time.
Right.
It's just, you were happy. You were happy. You got up on Saturday and you watched it. Now, kids today, they watch them all the time. They don't appreciate it. And you can go home at any moment and watch cartoons. You've lost something. So, the same is true of these movies because you stream now. Before, when Santa Claus was coming to town was on, or Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer was on, it was a big deal. It was like,
these are the claymation ones you're talking about.
Yeah, I like the claymation ones.
Okay,
I like those, or Frosty the Snowman. It was like, okay, you got one night at it. You had a shot. It was going to be on December the 12th at 7 o'clock on CBS.
Yeah.
And may God have mercy upon your soul if you missed it. It was too bad.
Right.
You should have been there.
No going back.
You missed Frosty for a year. He's gone.
For a year.
He's gone. You're like, well, we missed it. Tough.
Yeah.
You should have figured out when it was coming on.
That's right.
Now you go home and watch it anytime.
You watch whatever you want.
So they watch it anytime. So I don't know that there's anything like they're at my house but I love the claymation, the children's versions. There's that Rudolph one. And I get them kind of confused. And then Santa Claus coming to town and like, who's the Heat Miser?
The Heat Miser.
The Heat Miser and the ice guy.
Yeah.
I always loved those.
Those are great. All right, accept that answer. Okay, favorite Christmas album. This is your Christmas. Okay. I think we all know where this is headed. If you're a Ricecast listener, not much mystery here, but I had to ask.
Yeah, Christmas at my house was, I'll say this, there were a couple people. Kenny Rogers obviously put a lot of Christmas albums out, and so my kids grew up thinking that's the voice of Christmas. Kenny and Dolly had a classic album, I want to say late 80s, it was a TV special at the time, which you can pull that up on YouTube. And it was a great one. They had some great songs on Kenny and Dolly. So that might be my, just from a secular, that's my favorite.
Right,
Amy Grant was also a favorite for us of
Okay.
her Christmas albums, and she produced a bunch of them, a couple of them. I don't know the names of one from the other, but she had some really great Christmas albums.
Gotcha.
So you don't imagine Christmas at my house without hearing some Kenny Rogers music,
Which I
and
figured.
Dolly,
Right.
and Amy Grant.
Now, this came up yesterday in conversation here in the office. You told me, I had posed a question to our team of the song, These Are a Few of My Favorite Things. I said, I don't know when this became a Christmas song because I know it from The Sound of Music, which I believe is what it's originally from. And now Pentatonics does it every year. I was questioning. I said, when did we...
Who are they? What are they?
When did we all agree that we just are pulling a movie... song, and you told me Kenny Rogers did this first.
I cannot say that there was not someone before him. Obviously, I don't know that. But I know the first time I ever heard the song was a Christmas album. I have it here dated 1987. I pulled it up on my phone.
Yeah.
And I'm showing it to you.
There you go.
I wish everyone could see it. But I think it was before that. It may have somehow, sometimes the dates are off on the iTunes. So I think, because I remember hearing this song in the early 80s on this album, and it was his first. It's called Kenny Rogers' Christmas Greeting, and it's a great album. Truly classic. It should be in the
A
Smithsonian.
mess.
And a masterpiece of Christmas music.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
on that, track 8 is My Favorite Things.
My favorite thing.
So I want to give Kenny credit for making My Favorite Thing something of a quasi-Christmas song.
And it works. Let me tell you that. It works for me.
Even though it has nothing to do with Christmas.
I'm worried about that, Pastor. Just because we put a song on a Christmas album, I don't think I don't like that we're wielding this kind of power to just say.
When you're an influencer like Kenny, you can get away with these things.
I'm going to put this on a Christmas album. Okay, so you said, Amy Grant, you said obviously Kenny and Dolly. Let me ask you this. This is a fun time of year that we all, especially on Sunday morning, we're singing these kind of classic Christmas carols.
Mm-hmm.
These they're sort of, I don't know what the exact line, but they almost feel like a hymn.
They're hymns, carols, yeah.
Yeah, kind of a Christmas hymn. Is there one of those that sticks out that is
Oh,
your
come
favorite?
all you faithful. Yeah, we were having this conversation in the car the other day, and to me that, come let us adore him, Christ the Lord, that line to me just gets me every time.
Yeah. Love that song. All right, some other questions here, some follow-ups, continuing to dig into the Rice family Christmas. And I wanted to ask this one, and again, obviously, sometimes I come in with a little motive here because I'm in this season. When your kids were growing up, how did you handle Santa? Did you guys do Santa?
Yeah.
What'd you do with Santa?
It's a great question, and sometimes, it can be a very serious question for families because Christian families, they struggle with, first of all, there's the distraction of it, that this is separate and distinct from what the real meaning of this season is, which is celebrating the incarnation, which for Christians and Christian families, that we don't want our kids to miss that.
Right.
We want them to understand God so loved the world, He sent His one and only Son. Mm-hmm. And this is the meaning of Christmas. This is where it comes from. The modern celebration comes from the choice of the Christian church to fix this day, and there's a lot that goes into that, but to celebrate the birth of Christ.
Yeah.
So we don't want to miss it. So there's a distraction element. Secondly, is the idea of the mythology element, which is I don't want to tell my kids that something is true that I know isn't true, and then they grow up going, well, what else isn't true?
Right.
And I don't want them to, and the fact that this Santa can be associated at Christmas with Jesus, that I don't want them to go, well, they lied to me about one thing. They lied to me about other things. And so some people, this is serious. Here's what I would say to young families. You can overthink this, though. I appreciate the sentiment of a Christian family going, hey, we don't want to get the message of Jesus confused or diluted or distorted by these modern mythologies that arise around celebrations that we know are mythologies, and we have fun. They're like fun and games with kids.
Right.
And we don't want the distraction, and we don't want the confusion about truth. I get that. I think the fact that you have that sensitivity is going to guide you into make the right decisions for your family. I don't think there's one edict I can pass down and say, there shall be no Santa Claus. I mean, that sounds almost puritanical and kind of a little bit overly legalistic to me. Because here's the deal. We all have games with our kids.
Yeah.
We know pretend. We play pretend games with the kids. Let's pretend this is a horse,
Right.
That way you don't have to buy them a horse. Let's pretend this broom is a horse.
Sure.
Fine. And kids do this, right? Yeah. Let's pretend this cardboard box is a castle and you're a queen. I mean, kids pretend all the time. That's what they do. And, I get home and I turn into a monster and they come chase us, They love to provoke the monster and it's all fun and games. So kids pretend all the time. We superheroes. So pretend and fantasy and imagination is a magical part of childhood.
Yeah.
Most parents know how. Okay, you can pretend to be a mermaid, but now it's time to come out of the pool.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a mermaid. That's fine, but get out of the pool. And we don't let the imagination of this is my castle. Fine,
right.
You're coming out of the box and going to your bed. We know how to separate imagination and fun from the real thing, and I think our kids learn to distinguish that because it's just almost common sense. We can have fun and we can pretend. And I think the thing to do with Santa is kind of to think about it like that. Mm-hmm. We're having fun. It's light. We're playing a game. Mm-hmm. And but when we talk about Jesus and we talk about God and we talk about church, we're not playing a game.
Right.
We're serious. And we still have fun with it, but we're serious. And when I would say your kids start asking questions, that's where you start being honest with them. You're honest. You're never dishonest with them. And if they ask you straight up, like, is this real? Say, this is a game. Like, we're having fun.
Yeah.
This is, we joke about it or we laugh. Say, don't ask. We're having a game, And it's okay. You tell them it's like a game. It's pretty, So I think the idea of some parents, like, I got to keep it alive until they're 14. And, even though wink, nod, they know different when they're 13 or I'm still playing the game. Well, now you're looking a little silly.
Yeah.
I think that's the way. I think there's a balance between extremes. And look, if your family says we don't do Santa, that's fine. But you run the risk there of coming across as puritanical in the worst sense of the word. That is very rigid, very legalistic. We don't have any fun. I think that's not me.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's you, I think kids should have fun. They should pretend. I love all the stuff at Christmas. But I also think if you make a mistake and really elevate Santa Claus in an unhealthy way, then you do risk that they grow up celebrating Christmas and don't really see the meaning of it.
Right.
And look, one of the things I would say to young parents that help you kind of keep that balance is, okay, what are you doing to keep Jesus the center of the focus? Mm-hmm. Are you prioritizing public worship in this season? Because if you haven't, this is a great time to get back at Christmas. On Christmas Eve, to me, prioritizing that Christmas Eve service is such a huge thing.
Yeah.
Because it says, look, we build our day around coming and worshiping Christ. And we have it's such a sacred and special moment. Those Christmas Eve services, they're joyous. But, you express joy in different ways. I've tried to I was sharing with our team yesterday as you think about song selections and mood you're trying to set. I express joy in a number of ways. And sometimes I express joy by jumping up and down and shouting as if when the Gators score. Happens about every third game they play. They might score.
Settled them this
days. Year. Yeah, it was not as frequently enough. But when it did happen, we were you express joy that way. But I can also express joy in other ways. And it's like when I see a wedding, I like to see a wedding that has a certain sacredness to it. And to me, Christmas Eve has a certain sacredness to it. There's almost a seriousness around it that we're coming and we're marveling at the love of God. And then there are moments when we stand up and clap and wave our hands and throw our children in the air. That's fantastic. But but we need to be able to express joy on a number of levels. So that's more than you wanted. But what I'm saying is, keep Christ the center by prioritizing worship throughout this season.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. No, I appreciate you going in a little bit on that. And maybe a little bit on this next question, which is this. It comes up often this time of year. I worded the question like this. How offended are you when people say happy holidays to you this time of year?
Not at all. Not at all. And let me tell you why. I don't get it all. Again, I appreciate the sentiment of some people in our tribe, Christians, who are concerned about the de-emphasis of Jesus. That's obviously true. That's obviously true.
Yeah.
I understand why people get offended about people who get offended. It's kind of silly. They get offended because other people get offended. If someone wishes them a Merry Christmas and then they get all mad, and so now the poor guy running the sandwich shop can't wish someone a Merry Christmas without somebody else. I would say to the guy at the sandwich shop, don't worry about it. Don't end up offending three other people because you offended one guy. It's like, just if somebody's going to get offended at that stuff, they got bigger problems.
Sure, yeah.
They really do. So, but I also understand two things, or more than two things. I understand, one, I live in a pluralistic culture. I get it. I live in a culture in which I have Jewish friends. I have friends who are not Christians. We have Muslim friends in our area. We have people from other countries and other traditions. I get that. So to me, the worst thing at Christmas that you could demonstrate the character of Christ is for somebody, maybe running a business, some poor guy, understanding he's got all this going on, and he just says, hey, happy holidays. Mm-hmm. Am I covering it? And he's just doing his best. Mm-hmm. And you jump down his throat like, no, it's supposed to be a Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Well, Merry Christmas to you, too. I mean, it's like, I just walk away and go, well, who's the jerk here?
Right.
That poor guy's just trying to do his best, man. Yeah. And it maybe they've overreacted some. Listen, I don't expect people who are not Christians to cater to me and act like Christians.
Yeah.
Now, I think you should be able to wish anybody a Merry Christmas. And if somebody gets offended on that, I'm sorry for you. I wish people Merry Christmas everywhere I go. Mm-hmm. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. Because I know people celebrate Christmas who aren't even Christians, don't even think about Jesus.
Sure, yeah.
They don't get upset. I've got Jewish friends. They don't get upset
when
you wish them Merry Christmas. Hey, have a great Christmas or happy holiday. They understand. Mm-hmm. They understand. And if I was thinking about it and I was with 2 or 3 Jewish friends, I would be happy to wish, hey, I hope you have a blessed Hanukkah season. Mm-hmm. Happy Hanukkah. And because I'm being sensitive, I care about them. I want them to have a great holiday season, and I think they would do the same. Most people are civil that way. So what I would just say to our Christian folks, and that's who's probably listening to me, is don't turn around and become the grumpy, offended person because somebody didn't give you the greeting you wanted.
Right.
Just happy holidays. By the way, the word holiday, do you know where it comes from?
I don't.
Holy day.
Oh.
Holy day. Happy holy days. It's a holiday, kind of holy day.
Yeah,
so relax. Just relax a little bit, okay? And sometimes, by the way, when you see Xmas, people get offended by that. Oh, I can't believe they had Xmas. Well, that comes from the Greek chi, ch. It's an abbreviation for Christmas. It's like someone writing ch mus. Now, I realize there are other people, they think, oh, they've X'd out Jesus. I don't know. No, they didn't. It comes from the Greek letter chi. So you just relax a little bit, okay? Yeah. Just relax, enjoy people. The best thing you can do this season is not be offended at everything. We have enough of those people.
Right.
The best thing you can do is show the love of Christ, the kindness of the Lord, and wish someone a Merry Christmas. And if you have the opportunity, explain to them maybe why it's such a special time for you. Because Jesus changed your life.
Yeah.
And if they don't know and you get in a casual conversation, the meaning of this all really came from we were celebrating the birth of Christ. And let me tell you why that matters, because Jesus changed my life. Isn't that going to come across by gentleness and kindness and understanding of others than perpetually offended people?
Yeah. That's good. Okay, here's the thing, though, Pastor Willie. You did pretty good with those, but we're into the lightning round now.
Okay.
This is the lightning round.
So I can't, no commentary.
You just got to, you can explain yourself a little bit.
Okay.
If you feel like I might ask.
It is my show.
It is your show. Yeah, I don't know if I can really sit here and say you can't do anything. But I got some rapid fire questions here to round out the podcast. These are just, I'm going to give you 2, and you tell me which one jumps out at you. And that's how we're going to go into it. You ready?
Yes.
A live Christmas tree or a fake Christmas tree?
I just have to go where I'm at right now.
Okay.
And it's a fake Christmas tree. And in my early, so I do have commentary, because when we had kids, I loved getting the real Christmas tree. Because when I grew up, my parents had a fake one. And I thought, I'm going to get a real one.
Right.
And I, for years, invested in the real one. And then after they moved, I thought, I went to a store one day. This is so I can't resist these commentary. So I went to a store. This 5 or 6 years ago, after spending 25 years getting real trees and loving them.
Yeah.
So I'm both am, but let me just tell you where I'm at now. And I went to a store and I saw a tree that was like the most beautiful tree. I thought, that is a gorgeous Christmas tree.
Yeah.
So I bought it, and now it's so easy. We just set it up. The lights come on. Poof! They're built into the tree. They're in the tree.
I know.
They're in the tree, and it is a gorgeous Christmas tree.
That's
so
great.
Now I'm an environmentalist, and I'm not cutting down trees. I have a fake Christmas tree.
After years of dating, he's an environmentalist now.
Yes, I've switched. But
that's why he's on the fake Christmas tree.
Completely out of convenience and not conviction.
That is honestly shocking to me that it was that you were just at a Home Depot or something.
It was Lowe's. I will give credit to Lowe's. It was
Christmas tree is gorgeous.
It was like that. It was like, why don't we have a fake tree? And Cheryl said, because you've never wanted one. You wanted a real tree. And every year we go out and haul this real tree in. So wonder we haven't burned the house down. And then I saw this tree and I go, but that is a beautiful tree.
Yeah.
Stunning, I think. And we have a whole nother story, which we don't have time for. Cheryl can come on, about how we actually acquired it. Because it was quite a difficult process.
Really?
Because by the time I went to get it, they were sold out.
Oh, no.
It irritated me. They put the trees up around Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. But here's a quick shopping tip for you. If you want to buy a tree, you've got to move on them.
Yeah.
Because if you think, well, I'll just wait until after Christmas, they go on
Right.
sale. No, they're gone.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, they're going maybe a week or two before,
Mm-hmm.
And I went and they, no, you can't get this. And I thought, well, I'll go to the next Lowe's and get it.
Right.
No, it's out.
Wow.
We started calling around. No. And there was like one store in Central Florida that still had one. And we went to great lengths to acquire it one year.
And now you're on the fake tree page. Were any of the kids in the house?
No, they were gone.
So
they would have revolted.
Just you.
They would have
They would have
revolted.
revolted.
You get rid of your kids and you can do a lot of things.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay, next question. Gingerbread or sugar cookie?
Gingerbread or sugar cookie? Sugar cookie.
Sugar cookie. Eggnog or hot cocoa?
Hot cocoa. No question.
No question.
No, that's not close.
You don't like eggnog
No,
at
I'm
all.
not. No, that's not close.
You either like eggnog or you don't. That is a personality type.
I think I've tried it, but it's
people
hot
think
cocoa
it's-
all day long.
Yeah, hot cocoa is pretty great. Ham or turkey?
Well, of course, I like them both, but I think turkey is Thanksgiving, and that you need to alter for Christmas.
Sure.
So you go with the ham,
Right.
or we now go with a fillet of beef, a beef fillet.
I love
mignon, because we can do it now.
Sure.
So,
yeah. Go
again,
with it.
So, again, kids get out of the house. You can afford other things. Like, I wouldn't have wasted filet mignon on my kids.
They don't even know.
No, they're going to.
They don't even appreciate
But
it.
now that they're adults and we have adults, we gather with adults.
Right.
So grandkids, I don't get. I'm not.
Right.
They don't care. But my grown children,
Right.
we put that filet out there, big beef tenderloin.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
And it's fantastic. And that feels to me like, okay, this is really nice.
Christmas.
So we also like ham. We do it. We
Yeah,
do
yeah.
the ham sometimes with other dinners. So ham always a great win. I just like mixing it up.
Yeah.
Turkey.
Totally.
Now you want to go with the ham.
Totally.
But don't do the ham on Thanksgiving. And I'm a big turkey belongs on Thanksgiving guy.
Okay.
I hear these people who love to disparage turkey around Thanksgiving and say, "Well, we're cooking steaks," or no. You're an American and you're a Christian. Put turkey on the plate. That's what you should do. This is what you should do. How can you, go turkey Thanksgiving and then altar for Christmas.
You can mix it up on Christmas. It does just about kill you with the kids, man. We're around more kids this time. You do something nice, and they're dipping it in ketchup or
they
ranch
don't
or
care.
something. You're like, no, this is so.
They don't care. You can fix this a great meal, and they want Doritos. So it's like, don't waste moms and all the young moms out there. Don't be inside. You're wasting your talents on your kids.
Yeah.
Do it for you and your husband, and give them whatever,
The
chili dog or
nuggets
something.
that
They don't
eat.
care. But I'm at the stage where they will grow up
Right.
and become adults.
Right,
hopefully, that's the idea, and then they will understand, and you then they will appreciate. So you need to do something nice for you and your husband, whatever, or your husband cooks you, whatever.
Right.
But the kids, no,
They're
don't
going to eat
appreciate
the mac and cheese either way. Yeah. All right, Christmas sweater or Christmas PJs?
I'll go sweater. Now, we always love to buy the pajamas, especially for the kids and,
you match?
and the grandkids, and they all match.
Got it.
But I've never been one of those, I want to match.
Oh, are you you resist it?
I'm not going to put that. And I'm fine. I'm not questioning the masculinity of those of you men who wear those little footy pajamas. But I'm privately doubting you a little bit. Cheryl will tell you this. I've never been one that likes to dress up like you see couples and they get the same thing on.
Right.
No,
Right.
that's not me.
You guys are going to Disney,
No,
and it's
no.
I'm with Goofy, I'm Goofy.
You will never catch me in that. And I don't even like to be in the same color. We can coordinate,
right?
But I don't like if she's got a blue sweater on and I put a blue in. It's like no. We look like people are going to think we're trying to match.
Right.
One of us has to change.
And it happens when you're together for a long time. You come out and you're like, oh, stink. Look at us.
Yeah. We both have an orange shirt on or something. Well, one of us needs to go change it. No, so I like some sweaters. Obviously, there are a lot of tacky Christmas sweaters, but I think I'd rather get a Christmas sweater.
You've got a top tier sweater.
Top tier
game.
Yeah, yeah.
Again, listeners can't see. There's one right now. Okay, a snowy white crestfallen Christmas or a Florida Christmas?
Well, look, I'm a Florida guy. I have to concede there is something beautiful, romantic, nostalgic, even though I've never had one,
right.
of a snowy Christmas. It's just part of the mythology. But I've spent not every Christmas because I was pastoring in Alabama some. It was rarely snowy.
Right.
I don't think I've ever been in snow on Christmas, except one year we flew out on Christmas Day to Denver. I decided one year we're going to have a white Christmas.
Okay.
So we're going to Colorado. Yeah, we flew out Christmas morning. And here's another travel tip. You can get good flights on Christmas Day.
I bet you can.
You can. If you're going to travel on Christmas, think about going Christmas morning. You can get great deals. And you still get in on Christmas Day.
That's right.
And the whole day is special because sometimes travel days are fun. Traveling 2 days before is a nightmare.
Right.
It's a nightmare.
Right.
You either want to get in a week before or you want to wait and go right after and get a good deal.
Right.
And stay at Calvary for the Christmas Eve service.
That's right.
Stay home. And then while everyone else is doing their thing, get up at Christmas and travel. And you're still at Grandma's house by Christmas Eve, Christmas night. It's a wonderful thing. And you save money. So we did one year. We went to Denver.
Right.
And saw. But even then, it was Christmas night. We were in Denver. I don't think it was snowing. You could see the snow up in the mountains. It took the next day to drive up in the snow. And we had a fun trip. But, I love a Florida Christmas. And here's the great thing about a Florida Christmas. Okay, so here's the deal. I understand you want the snow and you want that picture postcard. And God bless you if you get it. I do envy you on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. Snow is out there.
Yeah.
I envy you. I really do. You win. You win. But the December 26th is coming.
Right.
And the day after Christmas, can I tell you what we do in Florida? The day after, we go to the beach. We wake up, we put on our T-shirt. Well, of course, we're going to come to church at Calvary.
Right,
but we go home.
Yeah.
We put on our T-shirt, our short pants, and our flip-flops. And we go watch the sunset. We have a seafood dinner. And we spend the whole week while you people are snowed in. And you can't even go outside without pain, physical pain. That's why all the college football teams come to Florida.
Right.
Where would you want to go?
Yeah.
You come to Florida. We're spending the whole week. A lot of people are out of work or they have a light schedule. And we're just like, we're having a great time.
It's usually gorgeous.
It's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous almost every year. And so, you win on Christmas Day. We win the rest of the time. So we'll give you Christmas Day. And the rest of the time, we win.
I needed one snowy experience to realize this is overrated, everybody. Why are you guys living here? You get out there, it is pretty. You got to give them that. And it's worth the picture. You better have 1 million frame pictures because the hassle of it, you got to put your windshield wipers up so they don't freeze to your car windshield. It's insanity.
The next day, it's dirty.
Oh, yeah, it does.
It gets
dirty.
Nasty. Everything's wet.
Yeah.
It's just you're tired of it. It's
right.
It's icy. And here we are. We're playing tennis. We're going golfing. We're out on the boat. We're on the boat.
You could be on the boat.
We're swimming. Life is good in Florida at Christmas time.
That's true. Okay, here you go. Top of the tree, star or an angel?
It's an angel.
It's an angel.
Yep.
Is it an heirloom angel? Is there a...
I don't know if it's an heirloom. I don't know how long we've had it, but it's a nice angel. So I'm good either way, but we have an angel up there.
Well, Pastor Rice, you did it. You made it through the gauntlet of Christmas questions. How do you feel?
I'm ready for Christmas.
You're in it now.
Ready for Christmas.
We know we're in it. Well, thanks for answering all those questions. Thank you guys for listening. It is a fun time. Again, remember, we covered a lot of information about stuff coming up here at Calvary. You can get all that information at calvary.us, all the times, everything going on. We hope to see you this weekend, hope to see you over the next couple of weeks. And I think we'll be back here with another podcast here pretty soon. But we'll wish you now a Merry Christmas. We hope you're having a wonderful season with your family, and we'll be back soon.
Merry Christmas.